Sasuke! Has it really been nearly 2 decades since Naruto first published in Japan? Just think about it. If someone started reading Naruto back then when they were like 12, that person would be a bona fide grown man or woman these days. Of course, while the manga has ended its run for some time now, the long-running anime still has to wrap up. There's also the matter of the Naruto-based fighting game series, which finally gets its closure with the release of Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. Boasting a massive character list that draws from the long history of the franchise, Ultimate Ninja Storm is pretty much a love letter, or is it like a love scroll, for Naruto fans. The game includes the various village kages and Jinchurikis, as well as variants for several characters such as Naruto's Shinobi World War form and different stage modes. The huge roster also makes for some dream team-ups, some of which get a nod from the game through secret team finishers, with special cut-ins that can be triggered when you put the right combinations together. Whether it be special arts for Team 7 or the always entertaining combos for the first 3 Hokages, there's no shortage of character combos to try out. The combat meanwhile continues to be predicated on Ultimate Ninja Storm's hybrid system, which combines some fighting game mechanics with the sensibilities of a third-person action game. Basic attacks and combos are essentially done with one button, offering variations depending on the direction of the analog stick. In that sense, the game does not have the skill cap or floor of a Street Fighter or BlazBlue title, which requires some technical know-how to pull off special moves. Instead, much of the game's depth comes from your use of substitution jutsus, assists, and proper spacing, combined with proper tracker use and management. Although characters pretty much share the same 2 buttons for melee and ranged attacks, they still play differently thanks to varying speeds and styles. You've got bruisers who do well up close, for example, such as Rock Lee and Neji. Then you've got mid-range fighters such as Kankuro, and long-range characters such as Temari who excel at distance. Depending on who you're using or fighting against, you'll definitely want to get your spacing and counters down pat. Substitution jutsus can get you out of a bind and set you up for a counter when done right. Close-range characters meanwhile need to master chakra dashes or will be zoned all day by long-range fighters. Kunai attacks, while seemingly weak, are also useful for keeping jutsu spamming in check. Basically, you really want to play Ultimate Ninja Storm with the mindset of a third-person action game if you want to experience success and rack up those prized S-rank ratings and the special items that come with them. Although fighting game purists might debate the technical aspects of the game, one thing that's undeniable is Ultimate Ninja Storm 4's rock-solid production values. This game is like playing an anime thanks to some beautiful direction and impressive set pieces, especially as you go through the story mode. In fact, I'm on record as saying in my reviews of past iterations of the game that they actually look better to me than the TV anime. The sense of scale in the battlefield when using massive summons or Biju is outstanding. As someone who loves visiting Sanjusan-Gendo Temple in Kyoto, for example, I also absolutely love the execution of the first Hokage's 1000 armed cannon. Who'd have thought wood element techniques would actually be cool? In addition to the campaign, the game also features other modes such as practice, free battle, and the like. You also have league battles that let you pit groups of teams against each other, akin to a round-robin format to earn the most points. For folks who want to receive large chunks of salt from Uchiha users after you beat them with Temari, there's also online fighting as well. Of course, the game is not without its issues. The AI for one could be better, so I recommend fighting against actual people for the best experience. The game also really doesn't add much to the Ultimate Ninja formula for folks who have perhaps burned out from the older games. Folks who despise QTEs will also lament their inclusion in story mode, though they aren't quite as bad as some other games. The mob-type battles also continue to be underwhelming. Overall, Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 continues to deliver for its target audience, featuring an impressive roster of fighters and a playstyle that's easy to pick up but has enough intricacies to reward those who master it. Fighting purists likely won't be sold with a more simple gameplay, and it doesn't really add much to previous iterations of the franchise from a gameplay standpoint. Naruto fans, however, will love its accessible gameplay and over-the-top production values.
闘争は終わらない。